All right, let's try this. Let's try this one, see how this one works. But yeah, buddy, we are live again for the second time at 2:56 p.m. just outside of Toronto. But it's good to see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Come on in. Knock, knock. Here we go. All right. Hopefully this is working better. Richard, were you here for the last one? Not sure what happened. I turned my Wi-Fi off, so hopefully that'll help. But come on in. Like the stream. Get cozy. Get comfortable. Stick around for a while. Take your shoes off. Don't touch anything. Don't break anything. But yeah, get cozy. Let us know what you're wearing. Let us know what you're wearing. What are you wearing? I'm not wearing anything, but I am. I'm wearing clothes, but I'm not wearing any fragrance right now. I was in Antaeus last night and this morning. All of yesterday and all of this morning, but I'm fresh now and I'm looking for something to wear. And I'm taking recommendations. Hopefully something has something good. I don't know what to wear anymore, guys. Sometimes I run out of things to wear. I have a couple of options. I brought this out as an option. That's Serge Louton's Santal Majuscule. And this stuff is glorious. Glorious. This would be good for somebody named Gloria because it glows. Amber and chocolate and sandalwood. This definitely glows. It has a beautiful aura to it. One of my favorite sandalwood perfumes. One of my favorite Serges. Beautiful, stunning, and gorgeous. Santal Majuscule. But hi, everybody. Oh, looks like the stream's coming in now. Everybody's coming in now. Good. We did a little stream a couple minutes ago, and it wasn't so receptive. So it's good to see a bunch of you guys coming in. Let us know what you're wearing. Let us know how life is treating you. But it's good to see everybody. Chucky, Dushan, Rizzard, Knock Knock. Everybody's here. Mike Krzyzewski, Coach. What's happening, Igor? What's happening? Well, I'm just kind of streaming. Did a lot today. Slept like 2 hours last night. Got up. Had football game. My son had a football game. Went for an oil change. Got my wipers changed. I got brand new windshield wipers. You don't know how good life is when you got brand new windshield wipers. When you go from shitty windshield wipers to brand new windshield wipers, you kind of feel like a king, eh? It's a huge difference. It's life-changing. Get windshield wipers, brand new ones. It'll change your life, especially in the wintertime. Yeah, so I got new wipers. Went to the gym. Today was leg day. Lots of squats. So we moved a lot of blood. We got a lot of blood flow. And yeah, we did legs. That's what's happening, Igor. What else? Now I'm just sitting here vibing with you guys. I'm kind of eating an apple. I wanted a snack, but I took a healthy one. Instead of like chewing on a Toblerone, I thought I'd chew on Adam's Sins. Mike Krzyzewski says, I'm wearing somewhat of an odd rose perfume inspired by the smell of new sneakers. That's cool. It'd be cooler depending on whose sneakers they were. Like if they were Michael Jordan sneakers, or if they were Penny Hardaway sneakers, or Dr. J's sneakers, or Magic sneakers. Or would you prefer them to be like feminine sneakers? What's happening, Dushan? Hello, Maria Isabella. Good to see Maria. Sultan wearing Bond number 9 Samarco. It's raining where Chucky is. Hi, I often looked. What's happening to you? How you doing? Christina Coyote, are you eating an apple? I am eating an apple. Good to see you, Coyote. How you doing? I love your new do. Great new do. Often licked is in Parfum d'Empire Asiade. Christian says Santal Majuscule is divine. It is absolutely gorgeous. But Is it more divine than Antaeus? That's the question. Is it more divine than Antaeus? Axel is here. Good to see Axel. Sent today, Bellamy vetiver. Good choice. One of my favorites. Offenlick says the vetiver tonka is delicious. That's a good one too. I really thought about putting on some vetiver today. Okay, I need to chew my apple and stop with this so I can speak properly. I really felt like vetiver today. I was singing about vetiver extraordinaire. That's always a good one. But so is vetiver tonka. Beautiful. I love how crunchy it is. Vetiver tonka is crunchy. Super crunchy and dry. Apple and Diet Coke. This is not going to be a good ending. I promise you. 100% agree on the windshield wipers. Right? Brand new windshield wipers are fucking. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, I just found my dad twin. I'd be twins with your dad? Is that what you're saying? Maria? I know a Maria. I know a Maria really well. I'm calling the police. He just Dude, I'm on my own property. I'm in my house. Call whoever you want. Jared, what's happening? Good to see Jared. Maria's in Dior Addict. I love the one made in 2002. I was 11 years old then. Ooh, you're giving your age away. Oh, okay. All right. I gotcha. Creed's Axel says sounds fantastic. I'm not sure what you're talking about or who you're talking to, but yeah, I love the sounds of that. Creed's Cuir de Russie is more citrus than leather. I didn't know Creed had a Cuir de Russie. That's interesting. And Apple Day keeps the doctor away. Yeah, I guess so. It'd be better than eating chocolate or sugar. Jared is in Gucci Noble. Christina's glad I like her hair. Yeah. I'm glad you take care of yourself. That's good. People should take care of themselves. Baklava for Christine. Yeah, I imagine Christine would like baklava. Wow, you shaved. Have you made the samples for your last release? Have I made the samples? I've got lots of samples, yes. I've also got a release date. I've got lots of news and information to share. So it's coming officially. I've got an official release date, an official date. I'm like 99% sure I'm going to share it. Have I made the samples? Yeah, I've got lots of samples. Turkey, I love you. I love you too, Turkey. I also thought Royal Oud was more cloves, orange, and cedar than oud. Yeah, Royal Oud is spice and wood. What's happening, Victor Wong? Good to see Victor. How are you doing? How are you, man? Hope everything's going great. As I imagine it is. I imagine everything's going great. But that's great. That's the way it should be going. Go, 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 jump a hurdle, go, 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 jump another hurdle, go, go, go. It kind of like never ends, eh? Christine says, I touched holy water at a 4th century Eastern Orthodox church in Armenia. It was cool. You got like holy water? Were you blessed? What happened? Good you didn't melt. Glad you're still with us. The Victor Wong, yes, the Victor Wong, the one and only zoologist perfumes. Mike Krzyzewski says, I was just wearing rabbit the other day. Yeah. What's everybody wearing? I wonder what Victor's wearing. What does Victor wear? I wonder if Victor wears like his own stuff or if he even wears perfume anymore. He must be like so tired of it, just like constantly being around it. I wonder. Not everybody in the perfume business wears perfume. I don't think a lot of perfumers don't wear fragrance. When will your next perfume be released? So I'm going to do it coinciding with the next full moon, Victor. November 5th is planning on being a big, super full moon. So I think that'd be really appropriate. Since I'm always outside with the moon and talking about the moon and obsessed with the moon. And, I'm always like sending the moon poetry. So it's only fitting that the moon's taken care of me all these years. And now I'm going to celebrate the moon with a launch. So yeah, November 5th, we're looking good. I mean, I could do it today if I wanted to, right? But yeah, November 5th is good. So that's about 2 weeks away. Yeah, 2 weeks away. How about you? When's the next zoologist release? Often like says, last zoologist I wore was camel. Nice for winter. Mike Coach says camel's great. Very evocative. Victor says I am actually wearing Chameleon, second version by Antoine Lee. I didn't know you got Antoine to make 2 fragrances for you. You got the Portuguese Man o' War and Chameleon. Oh, cool. Interesting. I had no idea. That's awesome. That's awesome. Often like says, I heard once Serge doesn't spray perfume regularly, but dumps a whole bucket on himself once every few weeks. Ooh, what's the purpose of that? That's tough. Dushan says, thanks for Homo sapiens in advance. You want a human what do you want, sweaty armpits? Often like says, we're fans of Antoine Lee, that's for sure. Victor's launching Portuguese Man o' War on 10/31. Oh, Halloween. That's okay. That's this month, right? Halloween. There you go. So yeah, we were discussing about launching Philosopher's Walk around. A couple people suggested the 31st. I thought that was a pretty good idea, but the full moon is just like a week after, so I thought that was probably even, like, for me, more fitting. But yeah, Halloween's great too. Floral is saying, hi, moon here, release it now. You gotta wait your cycle. 28 days for you. Oh, Luca Maffei was supposed to be working on Chameleon second version, but he got too busy. Wow. How does a perfumer get too busy? Like, what is he doing? Is he creating so many fragrances he doesn't have time to make any more? Like, I thought all they do is punch shit in the computer, and the computer kind of spits something out. But what do I know? What the hell do I know, right? But yeah, Luca Maffei's great too. Yeah. I really liked his Harvest Mouse. I thought that was exceptional. Harvest Mouse, really nice. Nice and warm. Nice. There's a nice, like, cuddly fragrance. Nice, warm vanilla. And Luca and Antoine are buddies, business partners. They are. I know Antoine worked with his father, with Luca's father, and I think he kind of mentored Luca for a bit, as far as I understand. But Antoine also works with his flavoring house, Fragrance Milano. No, is it Fragrance Milano? That's right. Yeah. Dushel wants to see a zoologist Homo sapiens in the future. Well, you never know, man. It's a possibility. Luca Maffei will be hit here when I buy Comporta fragrance, which is called Muda. I've smelled Muda. Muda means testicles in Croatian. Muda. Balls. What's happening? Erica's fat jugs. Jiggle, jiggle, boing, boing. Good to see you, brother, whoever you are. Luca's main market is mostly the Italian market. Who's he creating for? Like for himself or for other brands? Creating Italian fragrances, eh? I imagine a lot of citrus and aromatics. A lot of Italian lemons and bergamots. Delis is here. Good to see Delis. Christine says, which version of Habit Rouge is the best? They discontinued the EDT in the States. The EDT is the best. I would say the EDT. It's not discontinued. You can probably still... You'll be able to find it in Canada somewhere that will ship to you. And they're super affordable too. You can find Habit Rouge for under 100, I would imagine. But yeah, EDT is the best for me. I find the parfum way too heavy, thick, leathery, almost animalic, you know, to the point where it's choking. It's very heavy. Wearing Chypre Palatin for Lily. Good. It's a good vanilla, but smells a little vintage with everything else going on. Yeah, it's got a lot of things going on. Victor says there are many European brands we have never heard of. Dude, I don't think we've even scratched the surface when it comes to brands. There's so many brands out there. I just go into Maximum Fragrance and I'm like, what is all of this stuff? I've never seen this. I've never heard of these things. There's all these new Middle Eastern brands. And Samir's got walls of it now. He didn't have this stuff 2 or 3 years ago. But he said, you know, this is what Samir said. Honest to God, he said, designer is dead. Nobody wants designers anymore. They've priced themselves out of contention. The Middle Eastern perfumes are coming in. They're much cheaper. They last longer. They project harder. They project better. And people are buying them. And this is like all this stuff I've never seen or heard before. But people want the power. They want the oomph. Luca's done some good stuff for Histoire de Parfums. What's happening, Boz? You liking the mustache? Cool, man. Cool, cool, cool. But many niche fragrances smell very similar to each other, says Victor. Yeah, it's going to happen. Well, a lot of designers smell similar. You go into the drugstore, all the designers smell the same. They have the same feeling, the same color, everything, the same smell. Everything smells like bubble gum and toothpaste and Windex, Amberwoods, blah, blah, blah. You know how it is. I don't need to tell you. Oftenlick says, personally, I prefer a good smell to insane performance. About 6 to 8 hours of solid wear is nice because I can wear a second perfume in the evening. Yeah. There are a ton of micro brands based in Eastern Europe that are really interesting, says Filippo. That's great. It's good news, actually. I don't think there's anything wrong with all these brands. People always complain, oh, there's so many brands. Well, you don't need to buy everything. You don't need to try everything. And just because there's like a bunch of perfumes over here, like let them stay over there. Let them be, right? They exist. You don't need to go into them if you don't want to, if you're not interested. But let them be. You know, the more selection for us, the better as consumers. I don't get what the issue is. What sort of trees are those? That's a maple. We had a tree here. We cut it down a couple of years ago, but it was a crab apple mixed with God. My dad had mutated it. He's such a savage. I think it was a crab apple, and he had spliced the branches of another tree into the roots of it. So another branch started growing out of this weird tree. I don't know. And after like 20 years, I got sick, so we chopped it down. Mark says, I've dabbled in Middle Eastern stuff. Kamra, Amethyst, Exclusive Tobacco, Envy of FOMO. Yeah, fear of missing out. It's just not it for me. And I get that. I definitely know when stuff isn't for me. Like that Middle Eastern stuff. Clones aren't for me. Yeah. Most designers today aren't for me either. You just know. You feel it. You feel it deep in. I go in the drugstore and I want to love something. And I can't find anything. Just like this. Like, I want to love this. Here, let's put this. I want to love this, but I can't. I wore this again yesterday. It gave me a migraine. Why? Why does this stuff always give me a migraine? Awful. This is awful, awful, awful stuff. I hate it now more than ever. And I want to love it, right? Because I love tobacco. I love honey, but it's just way too strong. The second I put it on, I feel like I get, boom. I get a glove right to the head. Michael John says, I agree. Designers and others have priced themselves out. Yeah, it's unfortunate, especially for designers. There's no way we should be paying $200 for a Prada, like a mainstream, mass-appealing Prada perfume. Like, I don't care how much R&D you put into it. You're going to sell 1 billion units of it, right? 1 billion. Chinese brands are on the rise too. I heard there's some sort of convention going on in China. Oh, is it Luca Turing going to China? A bunch of guys in China now for convention. You eat the core of your apple? I'll eat it all, Lily. I'll eat it all. I eat the whole thing. Num, num, num. The pineapple too. I eat the core too. Num, num, num. Is that an apple? It is an apple. Is it weird? Have you never seen someone eat an apple or what? There is a huge Ney fair in Paris with Shanghai as a partner recently, right? I don't know about that, but I heard there's a lot of commotion in China. A maple tree, wow. Why is that so surprising? They're everywhere in Canada. You won't get maple syrup out of this one, though. Tobacco honey has big amberwoods. Dude, it's awful. It is so bad, eh? Migraine Central. I think it's got a huge... I think it's the eugenol that bothers me. It's overdosed in clove. And I love clove, but not in this one. Amberwoods. It might be the sesame street. The sesame seed. The seed is very oily. Very synthetic in the base. Very, 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 very. It also feels more Middle Eastern than French. Like, I don't know why Guerlain is getting so far away from French perfume. They just want to make Middle Eastern stuff. They're not a Middle Eastern brand, but they're trying to become one. Tobacco honey is so heavy, says Christine. Oh my God, yeah, totally. Okay, Julian, you gotta go, bro. You know, I've tolerated you for the last couple of streams, but every comment you make has dick in the, you know, like nobody wants to see this. So you gotta go, bud. Come back another time when you're feeling a little better. Filippo says, well, this is a good place to say it with Victor here, but I'm sure he'll be able to direct this. I wish zoologists would reconsider the possibility of shipping directly to Europe. I'd love to buy the travel sizes of almost all of their fragrances. It's nearly impossible to get them here. Well, there you go. Hopefully Victor's still here. What's my favorite Frederick Mall? Oh, man. I don't know. All of them? And Victor says, Zoologist has resumed shipping to most EU countries. There you go. Filippo. Get in touch with Victor. Stefan. Good to see Stefan in Montreal. Hope you're doing well, blood. Hope you're doing good. LA women. I love that, Dushan. Yeah, buddy. Maple is even on the flag of Canada. Could you believe it? They should have painted that maple leaf green, though. But Italy, Spain, Portugal, no, their customs are, yeah. Spain, yeah, I noticed Spain. Austria as well, their customs is tough. Where else did I get stuff sent back from? Spain's been the problem. Spain, I'd say Spain is the worst place. Spain and Austria. I think those are the only two places I've had issue with. Portugal, I didn't have any issues with. I love black sesame ice cream. It's more sophisticated peanut butter. How can you tell which maple tree has syrup potential? I don't know. I think you got to go to school for that. You need a degree. Scent of the day. Raccoon. I'm not in anything right now. But I was in Antaeus yesterday and today. And I was in tobacco honey yesterday. It gave me a migraine. I think I need to torch this. We need to set an example. We need to set an example. Perfumers need to know how we feel about their creations, whether they're good or bad. Ban that potato. He's here to annoy. Who's the potato? I didn't see any potato. Oh, potato and a wife beater. I'm here for Eugene, not for... Yeah, he's here for me, so he's good. You're good, potato. Filippo says, yeah, Victor, but the travel sizes of all the fragrances are not available in European countries. No, but he says Zoologist is shipping to EU right now. Go on to the Zoologist website. Maria Isabella says, my favorites from Frederick Muller, most of them, especially Iris Poudre, Portrait of a Lady. Yeah, Muskrat Azure, Carnal Flower, Noir Peace. Dennis is waiting on the moon. Is that modern Antaeus or vintage? I think this is the modern, but I wore the vintage. Or my silver spray. Yeah, this is modern. I wore the vintage though. This is my bottle of this one is nicer than the vintage. My vintage is all scratched up. So I brought this out. It's just nicer to look at. But what is everyone else wearing? Oh. The status of the new Les Abs. Oh, so we're going to launch November 5th to coincide with the super full moon. Keep your eyes out for the super full moon. November 5th, Philosopher's Walk coming. Perfect for the full moon. Shipping worldwide. Bobby Yono, what's happening? Wearing a little Le Lion from a mini. You got to torch another bottle finally. Let's go. Yeah, but this is a really expensive bottle. I'm not putting my mouth where my money is with this one. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But yeah, a little Le Lion. Little Le Lion goes a long way. Deli says, I tried lavender ice cream and it's out of this world. Very aromatic. I want to try lavender ice cream. Filippo, got to make some North American friends to help you smuggle it in. Yeah, where did Filippo say he's from? Italy? Wearing Nefs today, Dennis. Have I tried the Zoologist Attar? I have not. Have you? Boz says, if you lived in Norway, I'll bet you wouldn't shower every day. It's too cold for that. Right. I mean, it's cold here too, but we still shower, bud. Like twice a day. Currently using LV on the beach for the last 3 days. Which Louis Vuitton? Where do I find details about Philosopher's Walk? I'm going to post them later today or tomorrow on IG. I'll post some details. I'll make a little announcement. Find me on Instagram, on Les Apps Today Instagram page. Find me there. Subscribe there for all the updates. Or even on the You Smells Good Instagram. You can find me there. Follow me there. It makes me remember V for Vendetta, November 5th. Olivia, I used to watch that show. That was on Friday nights. V, the final battle, the final victory. It was those serpents, those guys that turn into reptiles, right? Is that the show you're talking about? I was really scared watching that show. I was just a young tyke. V. But I don't know what it has to do with November 5th. I can't remember. I might have been too young. How ID the temperature over there? Yeah, I imagine Canada is like, no, it's nice today. Today's really nice. The weather is gorgeous. I'd sleep outside in this weather. Italy, yes. I'm sure if you message Victor, he'll be able to help you out some way. I don't want to speak for him, but I'm encouraging you. I'm encouraging you. Minneapolis is colder than Norway. I bet you Norway's beautiful. If you ever go to Key West, there's an ice cream shop that I gotta go to Florida for lavender ice cream. Oof, Italy is a little strict with fragrances. No, yeah, they're tight. Olesia, what's happening? Hope you're doing well. Says disappointed in Creed Royal Oud. Ooh, straightforward cedar. Totally American vibe of cowboys in Texas. Smell like wood and nothing else. Nearly identical to Bois Talisman. What? Bois Talisman? It's just not a perfume. Bro, are we smelling the same thing? Royal Oud? I thought Royal Oud was really good. And I'm not a huge Creed fanboy. I don't own a bunch of Creed fragrances. I think Royal Oud's really good. And I've got a ton of compliments on it. It is a lot of spice and wood, and I'd agree it's probably not very oudy. But still a great perfume. I mean, just because oud is in the name, don't let that take away. Search for me Sinbad by Lubin there. I'll send you money for a bottle. Where do you want? I mean, if you direct me, what do you mean search? You want me to go out like what, Marco Polo or Christopher Columbus and not give up until I find a bottle of Sinbad Lubin? I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what this stuff is. No, it's a movie. There was a show on Friday nights when I was a kid called V, and it was scary. Like, people would turn into serpents. I thought that's what you were referencing. Lily found a violet-flavored gelato once. I bet you that was delicious. V for Vendetta is a movie with Natalie Portman and Hugo Weaving. Never heard of it. Never seen it. Guy Fawkes. Remember 5th of Norway. He blew up Parliament. I don't remember. So are you saying November 5th is not the day? It's the day. November 5th is the day. 5 is one of my favorite numbers. It's got to be the 5th. You North Americans seem to be afraid of having any BO. Not really. Not really. I mean, we sweat like hell out here, but still take a shower. I wouldn't get in my bed without taking a shower. You know what I mean? Like, after being outside for an extended period of time, there's no way I'd get into my bed without a nice, clean shower. Lily says Royal Oud is the only Creed I have and not looking for more. Why is that? Why is that? Royal Oud and Bois de Portugal are my 2 favorite Creeds at the moment. I would agree with you, Often Licked. Those are my favorite as well. I'd love to get a bottle of Green Irish, like a second one, because I broke my first. And I sold my bottle of Aventus. Dushan adores Royal Cedar. I like Centaurus. I don't mind Centaurus. So there's the new one, Oud Zarian. Who's tried that? November 5th is the day. Don't change it. Deli says I like the number 15. Very demure. Giving up deodorant was the best thing I did, unless I'm stressed sweating. I don't smell anymore. Yeah, I don't wear a whole bunch of deodorant either anymore. Honestly, I find it vile. What do you use instead of deodorant? Just wash your pits. Stop eating processed food. Get some sunlight. You'll be okay. What's happening, Jonathan? The Bora is a strong cold wind that blows in from the northeast, especially in Trieste and in the northern Adriatic. It can reach speeds over 120 kilometers an hour. So, Filippo, that's crazy. When I'd be in Croatia as a young kid at 3:33 p.m., my grandparents would always talk about Bura. You're calling it Bora, but in Croatian they call it Bura. And it's that wind that comes in over the mountains from the sea. And they would be terrified of this shit. They are terrified of Buddha, like it's the boogeyman. Like if we're sitting on the porch or in the patio having dinner and all of a sudden the wind, like everybody just gets up and goes in the house. They're afraid of getting sick. They're afraid of driving in the car with their windows open. They might catch a cold or something from the wind. Unbelievable. But yeah, they called it Buddha. Natalie Portman is a great Dior ambassador. Oftenlick says, I tried Oud Zarian. Decent enough, spicy, ambery opening, but harsh. Dry synthetic woods in the dry down. Filippo says in Trieste, it's a well-known and powerful weather phenomenon that can make walking difficult, even affect traffic. That's wild. It's very well known. Deli wants to know if Lily shaves your pit, if Lily shaves her pits. Yeah, Lily, do you shave your pits? If you shave your pits, you'll have nothing for deodorant to stick to. Then you'll have to wear like, yeah, you need a hair for the deodorant to stick to. Otherwise, you got to wear antiperspirant. That shit will stick to anything. You know, antiperspirant will stick to hairless skin, but deodorant won't. Deodorant's like, it just glides right off. You know what I mean? Guys, is it push-up hour or what? Are we doing some push-ups today? Who's done their push-ups? Are we doing push-ups? Well, look what I found. I love when I find these. They just kind of surprise. Yeah, buddy. Where's Wally? Wally, we need Wally. Wally, where'd you go? Hand out some Xanax, some margaritas, some sativas, indicas. I've not done my push-ups. Delis, how many push-ups are we doing? Gotta do 300 push-ups a day. And then from there, you work your way up to 400. And then come spring, we'll be ready. We'll be ready for the beach, right? Oftenlick says, I'm doing 5 to 6 sets of push-ups later, trust. 5 to 6. How many reps in each set? How many reps? I just keep going until I'm done. I can't. And I would start, like when I first started, I I would do like 4 or 5 sets. And after a couple of weeks, I was like, oh, this has gotten so much easier. And then 5 sets went to 10 sets. And now I've been doing 10 for a couple months. And now I feel like I want to up that. But after 10 sets, you're really fatigued. I go to failure each set, but I do slow reps. Right now, let's knock out 50. I don't think I can do 50, bud. 50 is a lot for me. Like 50 in a row? I could do 40. I think I could do 40. I'd rather hit the heavy bag or the wall. Does the bag ever hit back, Boz? Why hit a bag? Bag's not going to hit you back. Go spar. Go spar with somebody. Yeah. The only thing I hit is big rips from the doobie. What else would I hit, man? What else would I hit? Often licked. But what are you guys all wearing? I need something to wear. I don't know what to wear anymore. It's like, what do you guys all wear? Make love, no war. Yeah, there's too much war going on in the world. All these dictators need to be making love. Oud and Santal is a good one, yeah. I think I'll be going out with the kids tonight, so that'd be a good choice. Hit the gym, hit the club, hit the doobie. I love all of those things. Gym and doobie. Club, I don't feel like my place is in the club anymore. I just feel like so many young kids in there. I feel outdated. I feel way too old going into a club. Like I was downtown, I think last Saturday or the Saturday before, down in the club district, and I was like, oh my God, everybody is so young here. I felt really out of place. So I didn't stick around very long. Jonathan been staring at the collection for the last hour. Can't settle something to wear. Yeah, I mean, my choices are sometimes different depending on if I stream or not. You know what I mean? Because if I'm not streaming, I don't want to always be talking about the same things. Have you tried Vanilla Van Cour de Oud? Listen to them. Does it worth the price? I have tried it. I have the 7ml. It's really great. Is it worth the price? What is it? 420 euros? That's about 750 Canadian dollars. Is it worth it? Yeah, that only you can decide that. You know what I mean? You got to decide that for yourself. I think it's great. It's Vanilla Van with a big slug of oud. Big slug of oud on it. Well, wear imagination. It will change your life. I want to know what Victor thinks of imagination. Or what he thinks of Louis Vuitton, if he's tried that. I'm sure he has. He has access to them. I wonder if he has any. No, I don't think that's Victor's kind of jam, though. He likes big, stinky, old-school animalic bombs. I'm feeling rosy, so I'm wearing Moonlight Patchouli, says Deli. Opium. We're number 19. Yeah, 19 is a good choice. Probably some. I think I'd want something heavier. You know what else I was thinking? Frederick Mall Dries Van Noten would be nice for today. Especially if I go down towards the lake. Like if I go into this city, that would be really nice. Hitting the bag is good for your body. It's great conditioning. Super great conditioning. Hit the bag for 45 minutes and then call me in the morning. You probably won't even be able to pick up your phone. Your back will be so broken. I trained Thai boxing for a couple of years and it was rough. I'll never forget, like, the second day out of the gym. Oh my goodness. Everything is sore. You could feel every fiber in your body, in your back, in your shoulders, everywhere. You're like, oh, wow. It feels like somebody had cut your muscles out with scissors. I want to wear something I haven't worn in a while. I've been trying to shop the collection. This is Jonathan. Let us know what you pick. Let us know what you choose. I do Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Everything hurts after training. Do I vape? I don't vape. I want to live from Jonathan where he goes over how he categorized his collection setup. I want to live from you, Lily, doing the same thing. Filippo says I wore Bois Studio Get Alone yesterday and the day before, and it really shines in this cool, dry weather. Yeah, that's, for me, I love that as well. That's a top 20. It wouldn't make my top 10, but it would definitely be in the top 25. One of my favorites. Gonna bang out some push-ups right now. Lightweight, baby. How many? I feel like doing some push-ups with you, man. I always feel better after. Push-ups are hard, but you always feel so good. You never regret doing the set of push-ups. You never regret doing the set of push-ups. You always feel amazing. My brain always feels good. I can always feel like the sugar being extracted from my brain when I do push-ups, because all the blood is cycling through and carrying it out. You know what I'm talking about, Often Licked. Like, you got to do the push-ups to know what I'm talking about. You got to do the work. What's on rotation stays on the dresser. Ta-da! That's alive. Well, how many bottles are on the dresser? I've probably got like 30 bottles on my dresser. Thoughts on Bleu de Chanel Parfum? I think they just got to finish that blue line and move on. I think they're good. There's enough blue, and they all do the same thing. I'm not paying the $300 for a Bleu Parfum. You know what I mean? Omar says, I noticed so many more smokers and vapors in the UK. Are we talking tobacco? Yeah, not too many people smoke cigarettes here. I really don't know anyone. I don't have any friends that smoke cigarettes. My neighbor smokes cigarettes, but other than him, I really don't know anyone. A couple of dudes I work with, but... What else is in my top 25? Ooh, you really want to do this? How many can I put in my top 25, though? Does it really have to be 25, or can I just, like, can we brainstorm this? What else is in my top? I would say number 18. Chanel number 18. I would say Coromandel would be in my top 25. What else? Lidge might be in my top 25. Heritage might be in my top 25. God, it'd be filled with Frederic Molles and Chanels and Guerlains. You guys could probably make the list for me. A Eugene top 20 of all-time video is much needed. Dude, you have no idea how many people have told me that I've got them into Chanel. I spoke with a young guy the other day. He bought a bottle of Descendra, and he's like, I want to meet up with you. So he came to pick it up, and we spoke for an hour. I sat in my car. I smoked joints, and he didn't smoke, but we just had a nice conversation. And he's like, I hated Chanel. I hated Chanel. He's like, you got me into Chanel. I love Chanel now. Ramsey got me into this. Rich got me into this, but you got me into Chanel. I'm like, that's cool, man. I'd never know unless you told me, but that's awesome. And I've heard that so many times. I hated Chanel, but you got me in this Chanel. And I'll always say, you know, Chanel, Chanel, Chanel. Chanel is the best. So my top 20 would be filled with a lot of Chanels and a lot of Guerlains. This would definitely be... This would be in there. Top 10. Top 10. How do you decide? Like 10, there's not a lot of spaces in top 10, right? Like there's only 10 spots, but there's so many good perfumes. It'd be a big process. Top 20 would be awesome indeed. Habit Rouge might be the best perfume to mix with cigarette smoke. Ooh. What about vetiver? Guerlain vetiver for cigarette smoke or grass. Someone's smoking Cohibas where Dushan is. I remember first session with personal trainer. It was Money Burner teaching me how to do squats on stream. Where is that guy? Where's Kevin? I haven't seen him in forever. Well, I guess he's got a kid now, so he's super busy, but I hope Kevin's doing good, man. I miss Kevin. Kevin was a lot of fun. Kevin was a wild man in the streams. He was the frat boy. You know, you go to a frat party and he was the guy coming in with the keg and, you know, doing all the heavy lifting and making the party wild. Kevin was a wild man. Kevin was a wild man. My top 25 would change depending on the day you ask me, says often. Like, I agree, dude. I agree. I often say, like, whatever it is I'm wearing in that moment is, like, my favorite thing. You know? Money Burner's in great shape. Yeah, I worked out with Money Burner. He came down here once, and we had a nice workout. So we did a bunch of pull-ups. He's a beast. He's a big guy. Lily, smell Habit Rouge and imagine cig smoke. Heaven. I never really associated with Habit Rouge with smoking. Egoist or Platinum? Always Egoist. Immediately Egoist. Without hesitation, RP. Egoist, definitely. Platinum is actually Kevin's favorite perfume. Money Burner. The Chanels can make up the first half already. I think they would make the whole half. I would need a top 10 for Chanels and the top 10 for Guerlains. And then the top 10 for everything else. Tried a few BDKs today. Leather, vanilla. Germ says we should all go our own way. Meaning what, Germ? Like right now? You go that way and I go this way and we all separate? Jonathan been eyeing vintage Antaeus. You like the oak moss? Eh? The oak moss? What is it? The oak moss? The leather? Castorium? Ooh, beaver balls. Castorium. It's so raspy, eh? It's so raspy. So guys, if you've never tried this, I want you to head out to a Chanel counter and give this a whirl, okay? The first time I smelled this, I almost gagged. I almost threw up how dirty and animalic it was. I thought, why would anybody want to wear this? Why would anyone want to smell like this? And now it's an obsession. It's a part of me. I would never want to be without it. What colors do you guys see with this? I see black, I see green, and I see reds. Blacks, greens, and reds. Oh, it's so sparkling. Raspy. Unbelievably raspy. Like with the citrus, the patchouli, it's a proper chypre. It's got that sparkling raspiness. But it's somewhat tame. It's super snobby though, right? Antaeus and all Chanels are super. The good Chanels are snobby. Obsession, Sunday Day Obsession for men. For potato and a wife beater. You got Bobby into powdery feminine perfumes. He is grateful. I'm glad he's enjoying powdery granny perfumes. Rouge smoking. I want to try that. I want to wear that. Although I do think it's really feminine. I want to try it. I want to see what it's all about. I found it really deep and complex and was like, wow, what the hell? I was not expecting this. Yo, Joe, I don't notice the J. Spark it. I will. Just give me a minute. If I spark it now, I'll be like comatose. I won't be able to respond properly. What's happening, Mikey V in Hermes Vetiver Tonka with a good crunchy one. I hope you're doing good, bud. What do we do? We're watching the Leafs tonight. What happened last night? What the fuck happened last night, Mikey? 2-1. We were winning 2-1 in the eighth. And what happens? He pulls the fucking pitcher. He's always pulling the pitcher. What's this guy's problem? Always pulling the pitcher to go to the bullpen. You realize the guys in the bullpen are in the bullpen because they suck. If they were good, they would be in the starting rotation, right? You would be in the starting rotation if you were good. So why are we putting you in a 2-1 game in the 8th? Unbelievable. Gave up a grand slam to Cal Raleigh, the big dumper. Oof. Tomorrow night, cross your fingers for the Blue Jays. They got to win 2 games or they're done. Back to back. Bipolar Kevin is only tolerable for 10 minutes. He's only tolerable for 10 minutes if he's going after you. If he's going after somebody else, you can watch him all day. But if he's on your ass, I know what you mean. Kevin was one of the funniest guys I've ever seen in the streams. Like when it comes to the live streams going back, he is definitely one of the ones that made my stomach hurt the most. I don't think Modern Antaeus smells great. What don't you like about it? I feel like it's missing the beeswax. Take on Chanel Paris Biarritz. Which one is Biarritz? Remind me which one is Biarritz. Oh, often look says, I think Modern Antaeus smells great. I would agree. For some reason, I thought you said you don't think. I would agree. I think it's still pretty good. Like, I would have no problem buying Modern Antaeus if I didn't have anything else. Well, I mean, I did. This is Modern Antaeus. This is Modern. You know, I did buy it. Even when I had the old one, I still bought it. Dark Hunter Green for Antaeus. Where does that come from? The oak moss? It's got some aromatic spices like basil in the top. What else? It's got green spices. I get red from the rose. Amouage Myths Man is the most purple fragrance ever, both in scent and color, by the way. Okay, Sean, what is in Myths? Okay, so we've concluded it's the most purple fragrance, but what is making it purple? What is in Myths that makes it purple? I'm going to guess a big violet and lavender. That's what I get lots of purples from. Omar says Platinum Egoist is a downgrade, though it was one of Biggie's favorites. No way. Oh, he might have rapped about it, right? Am I snobby, Eugene? Well, depends what it comes to. I'm pretty snobby, I would say, yeah. I won't even, I won't even apologize. I know what I like when it comes to perfume, when it comes to food, when it comes to myself. I know what my taste is like. Like, I definitely know what feels good and what doesn't, what I want and what I don't want. You know what I mean? Like, I know myself well, so I'd say, yeah, I'm a snob. But you gotta be. Like, why would you just accept everything? Antaeus gives me a proper, rugged, dark brown leather jacket and blue jeans with a hint of mud on the cuffs. Mud. I get a huge rose and leather. There's so many components to Antaeus. It's kind of like looking at a picture, and then depending on how you turn the picture, you can see, like, this isn't the double-sided, you see the old woman and the young woman. This is like, you see 4 or 5 different elements to Antaeus. I'll never forget the loving way you talked about Bella Speedo. I love that as well. Chanel, snobby. Like, I think you got to be a little bit of a snob to enjoy Bella Speedo. Right? It's so green and grassy and floral, a bit funky, like it's got that floral decay in it. So it's not challenging nearly like Antaeus, but it is gorgeous. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Bella Speedo moves me. I don't know, it just does something to my soul, you know? My soul's like, yeah, I'm up for that. Good choice. Antaeus is camouflage. Antaeus black leather to me. Definitely see that. Mitra said she sent you some Rouge Smoking. Yeah, I'll have to go through the samples again. She sent, like, dude, honestly, it was a big box. Do you watch cricket? I don't watch cricket. I'll watch rugby, though. I don't mind watching rugby. I think rugby's badass. Watching those guys, like, it's way rougher than NFL football, eh? Rugby? Rugby's sick. All right. Jean-Guy, give us your strain of the day. Jean-Guy. Oof. Yeah. Why? Who would need to coach to get the Leafs to win? I think I'd have to take the helm. I'd have to stand behind the bench and coach the Leafs. I'd rather coach the Jays, though. I'll coach the Jays. I'll do it for half the money Schneider does. And I'll leave my pitcher in. I definitely know when to pull the pitcher. As soon as I saw Little come in, I knew the game was over. I've been saying to my son, like, what? Why are they pulling these pitchers out? Like, when you go back to our generation, they let pitchers go 9 innings, 8 innings, and then they'd bring in their ace reliever. You know what I mean? If you had an ace on the hill in the 6th inning that gave up 1 home run, you'd leave him in. Tell me you're going to pull out Greg Maddux with, in a 1-run game? Are you kidding me? Rotation pitchers are specialists. Starters have stamina. Yeah, but some of them just suck. Like, some of them they shouldn't even be there. How about Flacco? Oh, my goodness. I love Rodgers. I felt horrible. See the moron that tackled Rodgers on his own team? Pushed him down after a touchdown to celebrate. He was so happy. Rodgers for a touchdown. He pushed him down. Rodgers gets up and he's like, what the fuck? Why are you pushing? Like, Rodgers is an old man. Buck Rodgers. He's 40. He's over 40. He's like, why are you pushing me for? I'd be pissed too, man, if somebody pushed me after a touchdown. What's happening, Juan Herrera? Good to see Juan Herrera. Meant to say Paris Edinburgh. I definitely know. I remember Paris Edinburgh. Why can't I remember Biarritz? Edinburgh is one of my favorites. Edinburgh. Cypress juniper berry. Yeah. God, I wish I can spray it right now. Second set of push-ups. Here we go. Man, I'm falling behind. I'm gonna have to catch up to you. Edinburgh. What was Edinburgh? It was piney. It was green, musky, piney, very woody. It had the gin and tonic accord, definitely. Cypress, gin. Really nice. I think it had some mint in it as well. I love that stuff. Very woodsy, kind of like being up in the top of mountaintop. How many push-ups did you rip out? Often licked. How many in the first set? One about to walk into the Chanel boutique. Biarritz is in the same line of Edinburgh, which I love. I know it is. I know it's a Lizo, but remind me which one it is. Like, I can't remember the smell. Biarritz. I know. I remember Venice, Biarritz, Edinburgh. What's the Jasmine? I forgot all the names. There's so many of them. Where'd the mud come from? A little rolling grass? What mud are we talking about? Floral Decay was my nickname in high school. American women rugby is fantastic. I didn't know that thing existed. American women rugby. Would you put me in, coach? Do you want to play? Did you practice? Deli says something about a woman stiff arming another is sexy. Juan Herrera looking for a good sandalwood fragrance. Any suggestions? Yes, right here. Santal Majescule. Dries Van Noten. Frederick Mall Dries Van Noten. Chanel Bois de Zil. Guerlain Samsara. Tamdao. Often like says Bois de Zil or Egoiste for sandalwood. Now, if you want something else, Santal Majescule. Oh yeah, Santal Masoya, that too. Definitely Masoya. Masoya's great. I did 25 clean, slow reps, first set, and 20 in the second just now. I can rip out 25 easy. I feel like I want to join you. Biarritz is a big neighborhood. Now I want to run in and grab Biarritz. Is Bois de Zil's Chanel's take on sandalwood? Definitely want to stick to Chanel. Yes, Bois de Zil is their sandalwood. I don't know. We kind of call it their sandalwood. Is it meant to be so sandalwoody? I don't know. Does Chanel market it as a sandalwood? What does Chanel say about Bois de Zil? To me, it's very floral and pastel-y as well. Lots of powders. The U.S. women rugby team won bronze medal. Didn't know there was such a thing, man. I don't know how to hold this stick. What? You're one of those guys, eh? What's happening, ML? I'm in a department store and they have Latafa testers everywhere. Sprayed some on and they all smell like sour hairspray. Aerosol, eh? Yeah, yuck. Alcohol and aerosol. Perfumers alcohol in an aerosol can. Vintage Samsara takes the cake. Yeah. Top 10 forever, eh? Is Samsara at top 10? I think we'd be able to find the spot for it, eh? That's the one. Going with Santal Majuscule today. Awesome, Germs. Enjoy. I brought it out because I'm thinking of wearing it too. What's a good fresh Chanel cologne? I dislike the whole Allure line except Super Legra, which I thought smelled amazing, but it was a limited edition. How about the Les Exclusives Eau de Cologne? Or the Lizo. The Lizo are really, they're good. They're fresh, clean, watery. Yeah, I really like Edinburgh for fresh. Egoist has good lasting power. Definitely. Much better than Bois d'Azil. Bois d'Azil is soft and sensual. Egoist feels like a big old school designer. Masculine designer. Eugene looks like Omni-Man. Who is that? What's happening, Tool? Who is Omni-Man? Is that a superhero? I kind of feel like a superhero. I won't even lie. You can't do 25, says Lily. You're not talking to me. I know you're not talking to me. Oh, yeah. Pour Monsieur is also a good freshie. Eau de Parfum. This is often licked. But the EDT is a good freshie. And also, Cristal Overt is a good freshie. How is the performance of Edinburgh? It's a Lizo. It's not the best thing. It's invisible. All those Lizos are invisible you know what I mean? Floral says, what color do you guys see in Bois d'Azil? Doing a research poll. You know what color I see? I'll ask you guys first, but what color do you guys see with Bois d'Azil? To me, the color I see in Bois d'Azil is very different than what I see in Egoist. Actually, I see similar colors with Egoist and Platinum Egoist. Oftenlick says, the Les Exclusives Eau de Cologne is amazing. Very expensive for about 3 to 4 hours of performance, though. To me, the Eau de Cologne lasts much better in the cold, in the winter time. In the heat, it just washes off. It just melts off of me. You get pastel green from Bois d'Azil? Come on. Green? What? Bois d'Azil is green? Come on. You can't be serious. I don't get any green from Bois d'Azil. Holy smokes. Green. I never thought of green. Wow. Yikes. I get blue. I get so much blue. But not like Windex blue. That's not the type of blue. I'm getting like violet blue. Like blue violets. Edinburgh is not dated like Pour Monsieur. It's very fresh and green, natural, like green pastures on a bright day. They're both. I would call them both classics. Celine Bois Dormant versus Dior Homme. Ooh, Bois Dormant is a riff of Dior Homme. Both really great. I'm gonna go with Dior Homme just because it's de Homme, the classic. But I love Bois Dormant. Like, really, really love it. It's so buttery and like the woods. It's woody and buttery and creamy, and it's, oh yeah, really great. Take on Bleu de Chanel exclusive. I'm not a big fan of, I love Chanel, but I'm not a big fan of this one. It's just a weird mix of leather and bleu. A big amber. He's like Superman and he has a mustache. Omni-Man? I might have seen him. Omni-Man. If you want people to smell you, you got to reapply that every 2 to 3 hours. The Lazo or the Eau de Cologne, yeah. Often says Bois de Zil is very yellow. What? Okay, I can see yellow florals. I don't see anything green. I can see now yellow florals, but to me it's mostly blue. Like a pastel. To me, yeah, it's very pastel-y blue. Bois de Zil is the definition of gentle and soft. Yeah, soft soaps, soft powders, soft creams. Egoista, I get cream color and earth tones. Cream color? Like a tan? Damn, I gotta go get my Egoist. This is crazy. Everybody sees a different color. And earth tones. Earthy. Earthy. Bois de Zil, fluffy and snuggly. Bois de Zil, I feel like I'm on a boat when I'm wearing Bois de Zil. Headed towards an island. I'm like 3 kilometers away. I can see it. I can jump out of this boat and swim to the island. I'm almost there. And the boat rocks. This is a rocking boat. And we're headed towards the island. And the island's deserted. There's no one there but me. I'm the only one headed to that island. And I can see palm trees. I can see lots of trees. I can see forests. But I see the ocean. I see the island. Lots of flowers. I see the sky, a big blue sky. No clouds. Very clear sky in Bois de Zil. I can feel wind. But I also feel home. I feel like the island is very warm and cozy and homey. And although I've never been there, I know that the moment I get off the boat and get on the island, I'm going to be super comfortable. I'll know where all my spots are and where I need to be. Like, it feels comfortable. Is that shirt from J. Crew? This shirt is not from J. Crew. This is a Banana Republic. Most of my, like 90% of my clothes are from Banana Republic. What's happening, Lord Charles? Good to see you. I bet ya, Lord Charles is in Comet. I'm just going to say it before he does. But let us know what you're wearing. Versace Dreamer. What about Dreamer? What's happening, Mike? Bro, how old are you? Bro, I'm infinite. I've been here a billion years. Lord Charles says, wow, just put Bois Dormant on after my shower. I thought about putting on the Celine, to be honest. I did. I thought about putting the Celine, but I didn't. Because I was going to stream, I said I'm not going to, because I'm always talking about Celine. And we'll just change it up a bit. But the young guy I talked to the other day, he's like, I fucking hate Celine. I was like, I know you like Celine and you always talk about it, but I hate Celine. And I was like, that's okay. You're allowed to hate him. I'm not offended. Like, I don't take it personal. Hate whatever you want. I don't take it personal, you know what I mean? But I also don't let it affect my love for Celine or any other fragrance that somebody doesn't like. It's like we all have opinions and tastes, and they're not always going to match. They're not always going to align, and they don't have to. You know what I mean? They don't have to. We're still going to be friends. Germ says, I was thinking Bella de Speedo. Oh, well, I still own what I said. Bella de Speedo is definitely green. Bois d'Azil, not so much for me. Deauville is also very nice, big basil. It lasts a little bit longer than Edinburgh. Are you like Mr. Bean, brother? I am Mr. Bean's brother. What's blue about Bois d'Azil? That's a good question. I think it's the violet. Is there lavender in Bois d'Azil? I think it's the ozones. I gotta go get my bottle. Anyone did a third set of push-ups? Oh, you're killing me, man. How many did you do, Offenlicht? Did you say? Delis, have you done your push-ups yet? Lord Charles says, I've tried Frederick Mall Promise like 5 times and I still don't know if I want it or not. It's so different wearing it at home in my cave, though. I don't know whether to buy. At this point, right now, Promise would be a pass for me. Only because I don't really wear it. Deli says, get a 10 mil, Lord Charles. If I'm on someone's back while they do push-ups, does that count? That counts for them, yeah. Counts towards their muscles. But I guess it also looks good on their resume if they've got like a lily on their back, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Peter Griffin says Bleu de Chanel Les Exclusive is like L'Exclusive. Yeah, it's not it's L'Exclusive. Is 90% Bleu de Chanel Parfum and 10% Le Lion. Was surprised with how much I liked it. Price is outrageous though. I think I'd probably like it more if it wasn't so outrageously priced. Yeah, it was very leathery. Comet is purple, pinks, and ivory. Ivory. Yeah, I can kind of see tan. Purple, pinks. Purple, pinks. Cherry. Yeah, you got that cherry is in there. Almonds. Let's do a set every 15 minutes on stream. I want to rip a set. He knows I love Comet. Are you in Comet? You didn't say, did you? Charles, what are you in? Oh, you're talking about Promise. I want to rip a set. Who's raking? My pops is raking. He's obsessed with the lawn. Oh, Wally's here. What's happening, Wally? You made it. Good to see Wally, man. We've been waiting for you, Wally. Somebody take care of Wally's needs. And then once he gets settled, he's going to take care of everyone else. But let's get this guy his margs. Get him a double. Get him like double-fisted doubles. Whatever else he needs. Some Xannies, Roofies, Special K. You need some Special K there or what? What's on the menu, Wally? Third set was 21 reps. Good job, bro. Awesome. Who else is doing push-ups? That's awesome, man. Tell me you don't feel better. Anyone here have some Violet Leaf perfume recommendations? I like that cool, watery cucumber thing. Wow, you get cucumber from Violet Leaf? To me, Violet Leaf is very raspy and leathery. And it's very different from Violet Flower. Deli says, I've done my push-ups. I feel awake and I feel like a beast. Your whole mindset changes. Your whole narrative at 420 changes. Wally, it's 420, spark it up, bud. Everything changes as soon as you get your blood flow. You get the flow of blood in your brain, in your body, in your muscles. You get that hemoglobin, you get the dopamine. All receptors are firing up. All like 80 billion receptors in your body are firing up. They're all calling God into your body. As soon as you do an exercise, that's what it is. It's like God comes into your body and fixes everything. Starts healing shit. 150 pounds of resistance. Ooh, that's a good weight. Greetings to all from cold Germany. Hope you're all well and having a nice Saturday. What's happening, Dennis? Hope you're doing well, bud. Dennis in Deutschland. Where are you from, brother? I'm in Canada. Any thoughts on Mesia? Yeah, another purple fragrance. Mesia to me is purple. Violet. Violet and leather. Nice lipsticky violet. Violet and iris. Yeah, really nice. Really nice violet perfume. Scent of the night, as it's called, oud wood, still one of the best. Mesia is dusty Parma violet candies, but dry. More dry than sweet, like a dry wine. You need some Zaza, Wally? Yeah. Some Za, some Zuzu. Never cared for oud wood. There's no oud in there. Felix says, I always feel better working out. You've never felt worse. Like, nobody ever feels worse after a workout. You feel amazing. I didn't do any push-ups, but banged out some curls. That a boy, coach. Keep them going. Keep it going. Le Labo is the best. ML says, my goodness, this Latafa is awful. I have to scrub soon or I'm going to pass out. I didn't want to say anything, you know what I mean? I didn't want to say anything, but I kind of imagined that was the case. Let's do some swings. You got a kettlebell? I don't got kettlebells. I can do some pull-ups from the tree, but if I broke the branches, my dad would lose his mind. Even if we trim, this is the city tree. The city planted this tree. And you can't even trim your own trees in the city. They'll come and fine you. We got a fine once because we trimmed the tree and somebody had reported us. We're like, what the hell? Like, the tree grows over the driveway. I can't even get in my truck without the leaves and the branches coming into my car before I close the door. So we got to trim it sometimes. But yeah, the city's really weird about touching their trees. For me, really nice violet frag is Fahrenheit Parfum. Yo, Dennis, I thought about wearing Fahrenheit Parfum just before the stream. I had it in my hand. I was like, maybe I should wear this. But I didn't. I left it. But yeah, I agree. Violet. Never heard of someone sampling Latafa. Okay, let me go get some Chanel's. I'm going to go get Bois de Zil. What else should I get really quickly? You got a minute. Give me something. I'm going to grab Biarritz or Edinburgh. But I've talked about Edinburgh in depth in the streams. I'll grab Bois de Zil. And what else? I dare say the color of beige is beige. Yeah, it's like a shit jasmine brown, isn't it? Beige to me is a shit jasmine brown. That's the color. Someone tattletale about a tree, very Karen. Right? Like, really? You know what? You got nothing else going on in your life? You're gonna recall the city and be on hold for an hour just to report your neighbor? Bro, no wonder your life is a mess. Rue Cambone. You want me to grab Rue Cambone? I'll grab it. Grab Chanel Boy. Secretions Magnifique. I don't have Tool. Boy or Sycamore. Okay, I'll try and grab as many as I can. Something with tobacco. What do you mean, deli? You want me to grab something with tobacco? Mystery samples. I got your... Where did I put them? I think I know where they are. I can grab them quickly. Damn, you're not in love with beige? Often, like, I don't reach for beige. Beige is a little bit interesting. Beige is interesting. I got to figure out why I'm going to grab beige. We're going to talk about beige. That's what we're going to do. I never talk about beige. We're going to talk about beige. I sampled Rianne Intense the other day. That thing is weird, man. Rianne or Rianne Intense? What do you prefer? What's happening, Noam and Ollie? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Beige to me is almost blinding, kind of cold laundry musks. It's an arrogant perfume. What do you find arrogant about it? I would say something like Le Lion is, I find Le Lion more arrogant than beige. I wouldn't say beige is arrogant. Let me go grab a bunch of things. What's up? Are you waiting for me? Hang on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go. Hello. Okay, I got another DC. This is the second of the day. I think it's the third of the weekend, so it might be the last. But forget about DC. We got 31 Rue Cambon. Okay, we got beige shit jasmine brown, and we've got deep blue violet bois de zil. We've got boy. Somebody asked for boy. I think it was Coach. Coach asked for boy and sycamore. I've just got boy, no sycamore. Did he come over? Did he come over? Yeah, look, he's fertilizing his grass. Look at this. He loves it, dude. That's what he does. He's just loves the grass. Manicures it with scissors. He cuts the perimeter. I'm not even kidding. Like, he comes out with scissors. But look how green his grass is. Like, look at his lawn and look at everyone else's. Check this out. It's funny. Look at this. Right? And then look at everyone else. Well, you can't see from here, but leaves, brown. Where are we at? ML saying, yeah, Latafa is awful. Already did deadlifts yesterday, Elfenlick. Good stuff. I think I've already read some of these. Often prefers Rien to Rien Intense, but owns both. Biarritz, Edinburgh Beige, Bois de Zil, Egoist. Oh, I didn't bring Egoist. Biarritz is very eau de cologne. Super eau de cologne. It's green, fresh, citrusy, airy, aromatic. It feels like a classic eau de cologne, like an Acqua di Parma, like a Colonia Assoluta or something. That's what I get from this. I haven't spent a whole lot of time. I haven't worn a whole lot of this, but it's nice. It is nice, really nice. This I do like more. Oh, this is bitter. I love the bitter junipers in here. $1957 smells beige, honestly. To me, it's so sparkly. 57 is a huge sparkle. Color of 31 Rue. Right. So to me, Rue has always been a jasmine perfume. Probably my favorite. I don't know. Everybody calls this iris. To me, it's all jasmine. Old jasmine. Iris is in the background. Like forefront face. I'm looking at the face. And she looks like a jasmine flower. And balsams. The color of this, it's tough to say. I want to say gold. It's very golden. Golden, yellow floral. Maybe a bit of amber. I definitely get like mushroom, iris fungal mushroom, but it's way behind. It's like layered behind the jasmine. So it's very like Baroque. You know, it's a big gold perfume to me. 31 Rue. I love the spices in here. Platinum Egoist, another nice violet. Violet. So what color do you guys get with platinum? I get reds and pinks. Like muted reds. Have I ever tried Dior Fahrenheit? I have, Zeke. Rue Cambon feels orange to me. It might be orange blossom. It might be a big orange blossom, yeah. People say Fahrenheit smells like, what is, I don't know what the emojis see. I just see a red cup. Jasmine can be tricky in fragrance. You got to be a fan of jasmine. You got to love jasmine. I want to find out more about Bois de Zil. Let's put some on. Okay. Bois de Zil. The top 10 for life. This is definitely a top 10er. She, because Bois de Zil is feminine, is so handsome. She is so handsome, okay? So man or woman can easily wear this because she is handsome. So I'm not getting blue now. I'm just getting florals. But once it develops, to me, the primary color is like an ozonic blue. I get a lot of violet from this. Powders, pastels, creams. Gingerbread. I get ginger. The spice is gingerbready. It's very warm and sensual and cozy. Ylang. There's a huge ylang in here. I like the notes of 31, but something altogether makes it a little nauseating for myself. Like a white floral that turns your stomach. I don't get that. Not with this. J'adore is a beautiful scent. I have a J'adore. I like J'adore. Antoine couldn't stand J'adore. When we had Antoine Lay on stream, somebody had asked him, what's one fragrance you wish you can make go away, you can make disappear? What's one fragrance you can't stand? And instantly he said out of his mouth is J'adore. He hates it. Bois de Zil is so yellow. Yellow. What makes it yellow? The ylang? And Floral agrees. 5 minutes the next. I haven't even started one set. This is no fair. Lily says Bois de Zil or Comet will be the next Les exclusive. So you like it enough to buy it, even though it's like, did you say it was stuffy or nauseating? But you still like it. Tool says, no way, I prefer J'adore over 5. I wouldn't say that, no. I like J'adore. Number 5, I love. Like, there's no comparison for me. Yeah, 5 over J'adore any day. Delaying the creaminess, beige on the sandalwood. What color do you get with Samsara? Another nice violet Tom Ford Noir original black. 31 Rue was nausea. 31 Rue is busty. It's very open and chesty, like 22. Big busty things. 31 can be big if you spray too much on, but big and beautiful. Gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. Beige, I'm not obsessed with. I don't have an obsession with beige for whatever reason. Let's put some of this on. Fuck. Frangipani. It might be the Frangipani. Now I'm going to smell like a Chanel hoe. Fuck. This is a big white floral. And it's very powdery and cosmetic-y too, with orange blossom. It seems like they all have orange blossom in the top of these florals. Rose, orange blossom. Maybe tuberose. It might be, it's very white floral. Not like gardenia, but still white floral. Wally says, I hate J'adore, but liked Charlize Theron in an old commercial. Yeah, she's hot, eh? Charlize, she's a beautiful woman. I've only tried 19 and Gardenia. 19 is gorgeous. Gardenia, I struggle with. It's the only Chanel I don't own is Gardenia. So, same. What's wrong with being a Chanel hoe? Nothing. I'm first in line, bud. For a busty gal, you'd think 31 would be fitting, eh? Try it on. Try it on. Get comfortable. It's just like a bra. The first time you put on a bra, it's not comfy, but, you know, give it a couple of goes and you get used to it. It's like nothing. Hello, Deborah Taylor. Good to see Deborah. Let us know what you're wearing. Okay. The whole street smells like Chanel, yeah, for sure. But it's gone now. See, Bois d'Azil is changing so fast and the creams are starting to come out on top of the florals. The powders. See, I got a ton of violet from this. You guys don't see this color with Bois d'Azil? I think Cheryl Teague would wear beige. Let's give 57 some love. I didn't bring 57 out. Edinburgh is very dry. You know, like dry juniper? If you ever pick juniper off a tree and ever kind of... You definitely squish juniper berries in between your fingers. It's sweet and spicy and dry. You definitely get that. The gin and tonic. Is there mint in here? There's something minty and mentholated. Definitely something minty and mentholated. If I see any of that color, it's like dusty blue. Janet, good to see Janet. I love Bois d'Azil. I want the extrait because it has the gingerbread note. This one's got gingerbread too. I can smell ginger. But it's like ginger and benzoin. I think that's what makes the gingerbread note. Benzoin's like a little bit vanillic. Let's rip some push-ups and then I'm gonna go. We'll do some push-ups. We'll do some push-ups. Ready? We'll do some push-ups. Yeah. We'll do some push-ups. Ready? You guys count, okay? You guys count. Oh. Oh, yikes. Oh, that hurt. Whew. That feels good. That takes the ADHD right out of your brain, eh? All the sugar is bye-bye. Yeah, it feels good. Oh. The meaning of life, yeah. Isn't it? It's raining on the West Coast. I'm wearing l'eau d'hiver. What is the yellow? I gotta catch my breath. Yellow sand of a sandy beach. Sun-bleached pale driftwood. It's a yellow sun peeking through milky clouds just before golden hour. I smell jicky. First time last week. That thing legit is the most civet heavy, disgusting ass smell I've ever tried. Musk Kublai Khan is less animalic. You know what I realized the other day? I wore Musk Ravageur a couple of nights. I go to work. And it just hit me that Musk Ravageur that I have is just as dirty as Musk Kublai Khan. It's a stinker. And I never realized that before. And Musk Kublai Khan is dirty. It smells like shit. Still think Fahrenheit Parfum is the king. I'd agree with you. Even though there's only one king, I would agree with you. 1957 will probably be my next Les exclusive. I need to work on my forearm. Hang from a bar. I spent a lot of time hanging. You build your hand strength and your forearm strength. Do hanging, just hang. But then I'm like, well, since I'm hanging, I might as well do some leg lifts. You kill two birds with one stone. But yeah, hanging is great. Hanging is great for strength. Now you gotta go goon. No gooning, man. This is a no gooning zone. This is a test zone. High tea only. I'll do 20 more push-ups after bacon egg sandwich for 40 total this morning in Le Lion. All right, that a boy. I'm up to 85 push-ups. Oh, damn. Gotta do Yeah, no gooning, man. They want you to goon. That's why they give you Pornhub for free. Think about it, man. The higher ups, they want you gooning. They want you low vibrational. They want you comfortable. They don't want you acting out, rebelling. They don't want you finding yourself. They just want you to go to a job and pay taxes. That's all they want you to do. Lodiver is like a warm sweater in a cool morning fog. Musta Sabla is really good. It is. It was number 3 after Ombre Supreme and Escal in Indonesia. I look vintage. That's a compliment. Thanks, bud. What did I see a comment here? Oh, Janet says, in Lezen Demodabla Discovery said, I'm zeroing in on Musta Sabla. That's a nice one, too. I have that. They don't want me to have vintage sick. Yeah, they want you to pay the taxes on it. Right? But guys, we're at just a couple of percent here. So I'm just going to slowly start signing off here. But if there's anything you want to say now. Say now or forever hold your peace. Yeah, so I really love Edinburgh. I feel like I like this. I do like this more than Biarritz. To me, it has more personality. Edinburgh is more personable. I feel like Biarritz is, it's still great, but it feels more common. Biarritz feels more common. Oh boy, I got boy. Boy is damn great too. There's something about all these Chanels and the powder they use. It's just like magnificent. You know, you want to eat these powders, vanilla powders, pastel powders. Let's see how dangerous boy is. Be careful, man. Yeah, boy is dangerous. Ooh, let's see how dangerous Centeus is. Di, ga, do, fa, sol, la, do, re, mi. Not dangerous. Not. That's weird. Oh. Oh, yeah, here we go. Never mind. Oh, yeah, that burned the hair off my skin. Yeah, that works. Definitely flammable. I was like, why isn't this burning? Let's see Guerlain's tobacco honey. How does this burn? Not very good. It's like boy burned the best. This smells awful, by the way. Awful, awful, awful. Stinks. I got some of my... I gotta go wash. I gotta scrub it off. I hate it. I genuinely hate it. The burnt tobacco honey fumes are nasty. Often looked... I don't know what is in here. It smells like a cinder block. That's what I feel like when I wear tobacco honey. I feel like a cinder block on my head. More alcohol? No, it's actually the opposite. Less oils. More alcohol means less perfume oil. So it means it will probably, but not necessarily, with more alcohol, it'll diffuse better. The more oil, it'll stay closer to your skin. Oh, Wally loves alcohol. I love you, Wally, man. But I don't love alcohol. Only because I don't like it, you know? I love this, though. Yeah, you can have all the alcohol from here, Wally. It's all yours. Boy spray is nice. Get a different lantern. Oh yeah, that one, see how nice that sprays? That one burns nice, boy. And it smells nice when I burn it. Not like that shitty honey tobacco. Biarritz doesn't burn either. It's weird. Often licked, I think you missed it earlier, but I shot you an email about buying Les Abs like we talked about. I know it's way in advance, but I'm just... Dude, I didn't get your email. Where did you send it? Dude, I get messages from people, like, from all different platforms about Les Abs, you know? Sometimes it's my personal email. It's the Les Abs email. It's on IG, like You Smells Good IG. Les Abs IG. The Les Abs webpage has a contact thing, you know, so I get them from everywhere. Let me know where you sent it, and I'll double check. Heretic. What are we doing in November? Fasting all November? Yo, Delis, that's, you know what? If this is a no gooning zone, we need to put a fasting zone as well, because the two work hand in hand, right? No gooning and fast a couple of days for, like, on top of that, bro, you gonna be untouchable. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you, okay? Nobody fucks with us anyway, but you go no goon. That mean, you don't need shit from anybody. You're on your own, right? You don't need anything. No gooning and no food. You're a Terminator. If you can do that, you'd be a Terminator. And you come with me and we go terminate whatever gets in our path. We just say hello to my little friend. We just terminate the shit out of everything. Get rid of all the sugar in our brain. That's what you got to do. Get rid of the sugar in your brain. Yeah, fasting is a good idea. Try a match. It's pretty windy out here. If it was less windy, this would be way more fun. Immortel Solaire reminds me of a warm bath and curry. It is curry-ish, yeah. So to me, it's I get a lot of sun rays, man. I get a lot of sun, like the name is perfect in there, Solaire. Like sun-drenched herbs. Lavender, is there lavender in there as well? Yeah, there's the curry, there's the maple syrup. But I get a lot of sun, man. A lot of spice. You boys in the chat should do No Nut November. No gooning zone. Yeah, boys, join in, man. Rose de Jamal is beautiful too. I agree, I love it. Pickles. I get pickles. I do get pickles and fermentation. But that's quite common in rose perfumes. Quite common. Le Labo's, their tea, Té Noir is rose. And it has the same thing. Less pickly, but it's also fermenting. Té Noir, yeah, it's kind of like Rose de Jamal. It's also got a nice tea. The lavender in Rose de Jamal, I think that's what makes it, is the lavender. It might be the same lavender that's in Philosopher's Walk. That's an en Provence lavender grown in France. Same as the clary sage. Clary sage in Philosopher's Walk is an absolute grown in France with By Rose, pink pepper. Yeah, the geranium is also, I think it's a Moroccan geranium natural. What else? I was just looking at it yesterday, all the naturals. Tons of lots of naturals. See, Offenlick's got it right. No November equals no gut November. Yeah, man. No nut equals no gut. You're exactly right, man. You know how it works. That's the system. That's kind of the secret, isn't it? It's a secret that's available to everybody, but nobody wants to know. You know why? Because it's hard work, man. Bro, it's so easy to sit there and just do this and win the jackpot. You don't need to leave your house. You don't need to leave your room, right? Anybody can do that. It's the easiest thing. It's kind of cuckish, right? Sitting in the corner of your room with a laptop or a cell phone in your hand wanking, right? Go no nut, bro. Then we'll see how tough we'll see how hard you are. No nut. Easy day. No goon and fasting. It is looking back, but in the moment, it's not. It's not at all easy. You know, it's challenging. It's rewarding is what it is. And it's rewarding because it's hard. It's hard work. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's easy. It's not. Sometimes it's fucking impossible. But once you get into the process and the habit, it becomes a habit. It just becomes something, a part of you. You know what I mean? And the more you challenge yourself and you're just setting yourself up for a better you, a better future you. You know what I mean? Wally says, water for now. I'm thoroughly entertained watching. I really find myself unable to speak. I feel like I'm in slow motion today. Oh, maybe too much indica. Too much indicas will make me feel like that. I feel like it shuts my brain off and I just want to lay down and just go into like a dream realm, go into like a fifth dimension or something. It's like I don't want to be here with indicas. Stream starts now, plug in phone. That's going to be really impossible, Bobby. We're at 3%. I can possibly come back later tonight if you guys want to do like a witching hour stream, but I'd love to hang out at 5:05. You know, living in the Windy City is just amazing. You always need a breeze. I hope you got lots of trees. Where are you, Delis? Chicago? Is it Chicago? Why do I think Chicago? You guys got trees over there? I know you got a lot of crime in Chicago. What's that all about? A lot of crime. Greetings, Milos. Good to see the man, the drummer. The stash was growing more in the night stream. I trimmed it. I gave it a good trim. No nut November. All right, no nut November. That's it. No nut from now until next year. Save your energy. Save your seed. Save your life. Your stream starts now, Bobby. Somebody start a stream. Lily, start a stream. Bobby, start a stream. Janet, start a stream. Dope, start a stream. Offenlick, start a stream. Somebody start a stream. Wally, start a fucking stream. I bet you Wally would be so entertaining. Dude, this guy leaves pages and pages and pages of emails, and I read them all. They're hilarious. I bet you he'd be even funnier in person, like speaking on a camera like this. Do it, Wally. Anybody, just do it. Tool. Fire up your camera and just start speaking, man. Somebody. Wally says the new Vanilla van Queer Abyss is in labeled created statement ready to cross. Oh, you're getting it shipped to you. I wish they would speed it up. Dude, shipping all across the world is slow everywhere. My stuff's slow as hell now. I got no control over it. There's nothing I can do, you know what I mean? If you want it, that's the only option. But all over the world, yeah, all over the world. It's a little bit nuts. Ugh. Hopefully things will settle and get rebalanced really soon. Orange Shirako is too sweet, says Tool, and I don't like how tarragon is used in it. I'm kind of growing. I'm growing more to Shirako. I'm growing more to it. To me, it's all cinnamon. There's a lot of cinnamon. Cinnamon and spice. Tool says, I don't like Vanilla Van at all. Worst lesson in my opinion. Whoa, no way. It's my favorite. Wow. How do you feel about this? Tool. Tobacco honey. Like, to me, there's no comparison between Vanilla Van and the majority of the tobacco fragrances. Remy said it was absorbed into the price. Thank God. What was, Wally? What was absorbed? Tariffs? Lavender, very appropriate accord for Philosopher's Walk. Yeah. What do you think of Overture? I'm not really sure about Overture, but I think my battery's going to die really quick here, guys. So I'm going to go into the spinning rotation. You guys can hang out as long as you want, or hopefully Wally doesn't throw you guys out on your asses. You know what I mean? But I'll be disappointed.